All right. Welcome, everybody. This is a live workshop. There's availability for anybody coming on this live to have any questions answered or just any details that you maybe are seeking to gain around learning how to make a custom frequency device. So these devices emit specific frequencies in the form of radio frequency waves. So these devices can help harmonize your environment, help harmonize negative electromagnetic frequency and transmute them into a positive field, and just help make anything that you're doing or working on in the field enhanced. So I'm just kind of finishing up, setting up in here, getting everything together. And yeah, I'm really stoked for this. This will be a weekly, every Thursday at 10 in the morning. We're going to be having weekly workshops like this. But today, you all are pretty lucky and blessed because we had the opportunity. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my camera here. We had the opportunity to see a custom build live. So this build will definitely take way more than an hour. But you'll be able to kind of see the beginning stages, how we go through this process, and the method for frequency charged. Methodology. Yo, this is so rad, fam. Yeah. All right. I am also going to simultaneously be recording from another angle. Just bear with me, fam. Getting the last of everything set up here. There we go. Sweet. So stoked to be here and be doing this. All right. First and foremost, probably want to grab some gloves and some things like that. And there's one thing that I do need to take a look at. All right, fam. So back in here, just taking a look at what the build required. So I need to get some labradite, moonstone. All right. Labradite. Thinking that is a good piece for the center. Okay. Get some gloves. All right, getting my gloves on. We're going to get this station cleaned. And the first thing that we are going to be doing after we've pulled all the pieces that we're going to be using in this particular build is this particular individual that custom commissioned this piece wants this centerpiece to be pink, and most of this piece to have a lot of pink elements to it. So what we're going to do is grab our paint pens. There they are. We're going to be pulling pink. We have a couple different shades. We'll start coloring this particular piece here. Get some sage over here real quick to just kind of get the energy moving. And then, we got music going. Whatever speaks to you in your heart and your soul to get you in the zone before we go into a meditative state and start channeling this work here. Because I don't know exactly where we're going to go, but I trust and believe that Spirit's going to guide me along the way. And if you need a little help with inspiration, fam, you can lean into certain sacraments, plant medicine work, high vibrational water, things of that nature that can help you dive into these different states of consciousness to become the vessel of the channel. And yeah, fam, this is such an honor to be able to be a part of this and doing this work. Really excited to see what's going to come out of here. All right. A little bit more music here. I'm going to put my remote. We're going to go with, I'm going to actually play one of my songs, fam. I'm going to go find hour-long session that I just recently did. So if you don't have any issues, then we go to post this back up too with like copyright to other people's songs and stuff, Start this from the beginning. All right, let us dive in. And this is where we enter, allowing what needs to come through, and not judging any of it, not questioning it. Allow what's coming through. It doesn't need to make sense in the moment. And the picture isn't complete until it's complete. So do not judge an unfinished product, my friends. Akushaturia, yeah. Singing, moving, breathing, all of these things play a role in your creation process. Where are you breathing from? Are you breathing from the nose deep into the body? Nice, slow, conscious, controlled breaths? Or are your breaths rapid? Are we breathing into the chest? Are we breathing through our mouth? Allow what needs to come up in this process to come up. This is a great opportunity for you to process some challenging, things in your life, perhaps. In this creative process, especially when we're creating for somebody else, oh my goodness, so much can come up for us. It can be a deep reflection into the inner parts of our being that we have been avoiding. I mean, for instance, straight up, all honesty, fam, I have been avoiding this project for a month. Part of it, in all reality, has been this is one of the first commissioned pieces from somebody that I don't actually know. I don't know what they look like. It's completely anonymous. Their Etsy account is very blank. There's not even a picture, and their name is S. And I'm shipping it to somebody named Saint S. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Let's embody the sainthood. You know what I'm saying, fam? And right now, we're just getting the base layer on. Okay, this is an acrylic paint pen. So this will become permanent, but there's also some certain things that we do in the process of this creation. Okay, where I will be sealing this device in resin with a certain blend of epoxy, crushed clear quartz crystal, and a couple of other things that we use in our frequency charged method. And every stroke, every line that I'm making, I'm thanking the device for this opportunity. I'm thanking the individual that commissioned this piece. I'm thanking them. I'm thanking their higher selves for helping me work on this piece as well. I'm just in gratitude for that's the foundation. We are laying the foundation down, and it starts with gratitude. And if you want to learn how to make these yourselves, that's what we're doing here, fam. That is what we are doing. it's so funny that like I can make I could make I just make myself laugh. Does anybody else do that to themselves? I mean, it's not like I'm not nervous. It's not a nervous laugh. There was a time where that, it was really coming from a place of uncomfortability, but I'm laughing because I'm having so much fun. Call me the fool. I mean, look at how pink that is. Ooh, it's fun. And the funny thing is my intuition tells me that this is not, well, it's not that it matters, but yeah, it doesn't matter how this individual identifies, but I can tell you that this is an honor. It's an honor to be able to co-create, I should say. This nice little first layers coming on along. And luckily these paint pens, they dry pretty quick, fam. I also got a shop fan going that's blowing overhead. That helps with the drying process and keeping the fumes in a way, because I will have to wear a mask here in a little bit, but keeping some of the toxic fumes pushed out and rolling out of the garage here. This fan's rolling through right here. And I'm just throwing this out there too, fam. For those of you that are on or watching the recording, next Thursday, last week of April, I don't know the date off the top of my head currently, the workshop will be around tensor rings. And we're going to be twisting the sacred cubit, which is the first tensor ring that Slim Sperling discovered. And we'll go into all of that and what that is. These are tensor rings. And for those of you that are energetically, sensitive, attuned, aware, you're feeling that. You're feeling those tasty vibes. I know you are. Anyways, fam, we will be twisting them up, teaching you the basics, where tensor rings have come from, and teaching you how to make your own. Very easily, too. Doesn't take much. You don't need a lot. It's not crazy. And it doesn't cost a bunch of money either. But anyways, we'll get into all that. All right, fam, we're going to let this dry. While we let this dry, we're going to work on the base here. Okay? So first we need to clean all this off. I got some alcohol swabs, or alcohol wipes, sorry. This is what I like to use. Keep my spaces nice and clean, disinfects everything, and it helps ensure that everything will stick properly when we go to put all this together. And I have an idea of what this is going to look like. I see it in my mind. I feel it. I see the geometry. But I don't draw any of these things out. But we can. And if that's something that calls to you, want to learn how you can essentially create the constructs, the designs, and draw them out, and map them out, the blueprint, if you will, we can go over that. And I could show you all that. And that is also available. If you're interested in the mock-up blueprint design of the frequency charged method, I can create that for you. So if there's enough interest out there, I will do that. And it will be completely free as a part of the, obviously, part of the community here. So we're getting this all nice and clean. This is the forge is kind of dirty sometimes. We're working with all kinds of different metals, and there's dirt in here and dust and stuff like that. So we want to continually, cleanliness is next to godliness. That is at the top of creating sacred space. Sacred space cannot be sacred when there's clutter and mess. The energy cannot move effectively. It's not a clear channel. Wouldn't you want the clearest channel to have the best frequency, the best transmission coming through? So this is the mold that we are going to be using for this particular build. And we are using an Arduino board, electronic board. And this I had pre-made for me. And it has a light attachment and a coil on both sides. One going clockwise, one going counterclockwise. And just this alone, you should be able to feel this, fam. Just this alone is emitting a frequency, a field, and then it's amplified through there being a light, through there being an electrical component, and then it emits 7.83 hertz, which is the Schumann resonance, and it was Earth's base frequency. Things are shifting. We're oscillating out of that being the base frequency. Although we are moving, it will be a multiple, so it's just an octave above. So instead of 7.83, it'll be like 15 to 16 hertz range. So it's doubling, it's amplifying. We're moving, we're doubling, we're amplifying. And then there's the electronic component where plug it in. That is another layer of amplification. And then intentionality, and then crystals, and all these other components. So I hope you see what I'm trying to help you connect as we're building this right here is the layers of intentionality. It's like baking a cake. We're making a spirit cake here. Those of you that have seen the cosmic cake, my 7-layer orgone pyramid. All right. First, we want to double check. We got nice even field here. All right, we're rocking, we're rolling. I was gonna grab a tape measure. I'm gonna grab a tape measure real quick, fam, so that you can have the measurements of these molds real quick. All right. So this mold is a 7.5-inch mold with the inside looking about 7 inches inside diameter. The board that we're working with right here is 4 inches. I don't believe that we had a tensor ring in this custom order, but I'm going to put one in anyways. Especially because this is taking a little bit longer than it should have. Oh yeah, fan. Oh yeah. So we're going to be putting in this 528 hertz cosmic connector tensor ring into this build, and I'm adding it in because it's the right thing to do. It's what my heart says. And this pairs very beautifully. It's kind of like my signature. I like to use 7.83 and a derivative of 528 because that's kind of what my mission is right now. Our purpose here is to help activate the DNA, clean the DNA, but make sure we're doing it from a grounded place. So that's why the Schumann resonance or the Earth frequency or dividend of like 432 hertz is a grounding frequency that is a dividend of 7.83 hertz. And we go into more detail in our lessons here, fam, when we talk about solfeggio frequencies, electromagnetic frequency healing, things like that. So you can look in the full academy available at any level that you're in. That will always be free because information should be free, should never be gatekept. All right, we're going to do the first initial pour. So come with me. You're already with me. Anyway, sorry. I'm going to grab a small cup. We're going to start with a small amount. I'll show you exactly what we're going to do for the base layer. So we're going to start with the base, which is going to be very grounding, clearing, and be able to transmute any of the dense negative energy. So here's a smaller board. See how it's dark in there? And we're going to be using things like shungite, selenite, black tourmaline. I made a whole blend. There's a whole blend that I've made that I've crushed up. Okay. And there's also ash in here from certain fire ceremonies that I've done. All right. Because all of these elements, and we teach this in great detail in the academy lessons, all of these elements hold certain vibratory frequencies. They carry information, different streams of consciousness. Okay, there's also pieces of metal, copper shavings that I personally shaved down or snipped down that came from tensor rings. So there's so many layers of intentionality in here. There's pieces of steel shavings, and we're also going to be adding in a couple of other elements. I'm thinking some red jasper, crushed red jasper, some dragon's blood jasper, some volcanic glass is also going to go in, and our signature, which would be crushed quartz crystal, plasma gans, colloidal copper, silver, gold, and ormus. All of these go inside every single layer. And the reason is because it amplifies not just consciousness, not just intention, but it literally breathes life. There's plasma inside of every living thing, fam. It's in our blood. It's in all the plants. Our plasma is plant derived. It is zinc from a plant. So if you want to learn more information about that, there's lessons around that, or we can work one-on-one. All right. Plasma. Got like 1.5 mils there. Oh, not quite. We need to get a little bit more. I'm going to really load up this base with some plasma here. Get some ormus. So you can put this stuff almost on anything and everywhere, and you can eat it too. But I would be careful with eating it. You can. I do. I'm not telling you to do that, but just put it on here too, on my pineal. Anyways, all right, fam. Now I'm going to get some epoxy in here, and start mixing it up and add in this element and get a pour in. Okay. All right. This can even take a little bit more. Making sure we're getting the metal in there too. There's metal shavings, all kinds of stuff in here, fam. And we'll go over, just exactly what each formula has. It just depends on what you're making each time. All right. We're going to get the first pour. We're going to get some more resin. Now, should probably be wearing a respirator, and I'm going to put one on here soon. But yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a small amount of resin. We're not going to be hovering over it here. We're going to be moving Uh, yeah, we are going to be ending the live from here, the live workshop for now, after I do this pour. And when I upload this to the classroom later into YouTube, it will have the rest of the build that we do later on in the day, and etc. But if this is what you're seeking, you want to learn more about this and how to make your own, reach out to me directly or join us next Thursday on our Tensor Ring workshop, fam. Next, we're going to go and take these crystals that we're going to be using. We're going to go out in the sun and we're going to wash them. Wash them underneath the sun. Let them dry out underneath the sun. And then we're going to be able to use them in our build later today. But all right, fam, this is what we have. And we are going to end it there for today. Thank you. Thank you, family. Until next time.